Friday morning to you guys all. My name is Dooley Goodell. I am your meteorologist and you are watching Elite Weather. No place on earth has better weather, and I am pleased to be here with you today on your Friday morning. So it's about late morning, about 10 or 11 o'clock in the Central Daylight Time that I'm recording this video. Probably about an hour or two later that actually gets posted after I do all of the editing and everything, but it might be about an hour after I record it. So anyway, thank you for watching me today and joining the channel. If you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, you can subscribe. Comments are welcome. Leave a like. TikTok, you can follow, comment, and leave your likes and all that good stuff as well. So we're going to jump right into your weather forecast. We had a lot of severe weather across East Texas, especially around Houston, where at least 1 million people were without power last night, and we had a lot of damage. You can see, I saw one of the buildings in downtown had a lot of the glass blown out by hail and different things like that. So we had a lot of severe weather and very heavy rainfall, some flooding down across East Texas and in the Houston, Pasadena, and the Katy area. So again, another round of that severe weather is going to be possible today across East Texas and through Louisiana and over into West Florida, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Oklahoma. So all across the southern plains and the lower Mississippi River Valley down to the Gulf Coast, we're going to be looking at heavy rain and severe weather this afternoon. Let's take a look at our first map and we look at the current conditions out there, and we have our surface map and radar, and we are seeing some showers and some I don't think this map is right. I don't think this map. So we're going to disregard this map because this is where I think this is not the current map. So we're going to disregard that. But we are going to be looking at our current temperatures out there right now. And we're seeing those temperatures really nice and warm out there. We're seeing a lot of warmth coming up over the center of the nation. We're seeing 80s all the way through the Central Plains, and we're going to be seeing those 80s all the way up to Minneapolis today. We're going to have a high temperature of 85 degrees here in the Twin Cities. Our warmest temperature of the year so far, we're looking at that 85 today. We're going to drop it back a couple of degrees tomorrow as we're going to see a high of 81 in the Twin Cities. But we're looking at that warmth to come all the way up through the center of the nation into the upper peninsula of Michigan and across the border into Canada. We're seeing those 80s move into the picture. But here over the Northeast, we're still looking at areas where it's a little bit cooler. So there in New England, we're looking at temperatures a little bit cooler there. But Boston, we're going to see a high today of 6 in the 60s. And we're going to see those 70s down to New York, Washington, Norfolk, Charlotte, Atlanta. But as we get into Florida, we pick up real heat. 91 in Jacksonville. It's currently 90 in Miami and 91 out there in Tampa. So we pick up the heat down here in Florida. Warm along the Gulf Coast. New Orleans is looking at those temperatures in the upper 60s, 70s there across the Houston area. We're seeing those 80s through the Central Plains. So Oklahoma City is 81 right now. 82 in Kansas City. And we're looking at those temperatures in the 70s in St. Louis with some showers and thunderstorms. Also in Louisville, we're going to see those showers today. Showers and a storm possible all the way in Charlotte, Atlanta as well. We could see a shower or thunderstorm. But nice and dry out across the west as triple-digit heat begins to work its way into the Vegas, Phoenix area. Temperatures in the 100s in the Vegas area. Those upper 90s to triple digits in southern Arizona, and we're going to start to see that across the California eastern desert. So Palm Springs, Indio, we're going to start to see those in Blythe and Needles. We're going to start to see the triple digit heat working into the California area as upper level high pressure is building in out west. So we're going to see warm temperatures throughout the western United States, and those warm temperatures are even affecting the Pacific Northwest as we see them temperatures in the 80s in Portland and Seattle as well. So very warm weather. Beautiful weather out there across much of the country, and it's the hot spot that we typically see warmer weather starting to build in as well. So here is our current temperatures for today. And our current temperatures, we are looking at those temperatures here in the Twin Cities of about 62 degrees. So we have a ways to go before we reach at 80. But we'll probably be there about 3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll probably hit that 80-degree mark. But we're looking at very nice, very warm temperatures here across the center of the nation and over the east as well. Very pleasant weather out there. But a little bit of humidity is starting to build in. So we're going to be seeing the humidities rise throughout much of the Midwest and the east, and especially along the Gulf Coast. We're really going to be seeing those humidities rise down in that region. And out to the western half of the United States, seasonal weather for this time of the year, we're going to start to see that it's still pretty early in the morning on the west coast. So those temperatures might seem a little bit cooler now, but as we head later into the day, we're going to see those triple digits start to come into Phoenix and Vegas. And we're going to see those temperatures in the 70s in LA and San Diego as well. So here is where we have some weather alerts right now, and the biggest alert is the flooding warning watch down here across the Gulf Coast. So we have a flooding and severe thunderstorm. We also have a severe thunderstorm watch down there in South Florida, and we have a flood situation here across the mid-Atlantic states. So in Virginia and Maryland, we have flood potential, and we have very nice dry weather across the west. This is high wind weather fire advisory here. So this is for fire weather parts of western Wyoming. We have dry weather conditions. So fire weather watch is in play over that region. So we're going to be seeing the conditions exist for the development of wildfire because of warm and dry weather. Here is your thunderstorm forecast for today. Severe weather down here along the Gulf Coast. We're going to see severe weather as well as some other areas of severe weather in the southeast into the mid-Atlantic. But otherwise, we're going to see general non-severe thunderstorms across Ontario, the Ohio Valley, the Tennessee Valley, and the Mississippi River Valley, and then into the Ozarks. We're going to see the chance for non-severe thunderstorms and some non-severe thunderstorms across the northern plains. So Dakota and Montana, we're going to see the potential for some thunderstorms today as well. So here's your dew points, and you can see that moisture in the air, how it's starting to get humid across the Midwest. The Gulf Coast, we're seeing dew points into the mid-70s down here in New Orleans, 76. High dew points in Texas, so Houston, dew points in the mid-60s. But we're seeing those 60-degree dew points all the way up into the Midwest, into Illinois. We're seeing dew points in the mid-60s down through central Illinois. We're seeing those 60-degree dew points into the Ohio Valley and Indiana. We're seeing those warmer dew points making its way up that region. Still a little bit drier across the upper Midwest and the northern plains. The dew points in Twin Cities about 51, so still in a comfortable range, that 51 degrees. But as we head into the weekend, we're going to see those numbers rise as well, the dew points. But we might see the temperature come down a few degrees, but we're going to see those dew points rise. And we're going to introduce the potential for thunderstorms here across the upper Midwest as well. So still comfortable across the north region, but you can feel the stickiness starting to build in across the southeast and the central and southern plains and through parts of the Midwest and into the Ohio Valley. So here is our flood threat area today across the deep south. So from Georgia through Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, East Texas is where we have the potential for flooding today. But we're going to see rain showers throughout the parts of the Midwest and the Tennessee Valley and the Missouri Valley. So basically along the Mississippi River regions, we're going to see showers and thunderstorms today, but especially down here by the Gulf Coast. So New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama, Apalachicola, Florida, Tallahassee, all of those areas, we're going to see heavy rainfall that's going to bring flash flooding and some river flooding as well. So we're going to see already saturated ground become even wetter with more heavy rain and thunderstorms expected today. So here's your severe thunderstorm forecast today, and we have a 2 out of 5 shot for severe thunderstorms in Montgomery, Mobile, New Orleans. So, but if you're in Jackson, Alexandria, 1 in 5, Tallahassee, a 1 in 5. So we do have the risk today for severe thunderstorms. There's going to be large hail and primarily damaging winds. I'm not looking for a bunch of tornadoes, but an isolated tornado is possible. But their main threat is going to be damaging winds and some hail and heavy rain. Can't forget the rainfall that we're looking at, a good couple of inches of additional rainfall today along the Gulf Coast primarily. So here is your precipitation forecast into Saturday. We have this low pressure center here. We got us a nice warm front, a cold front sliding across the deep south and the Gulf Coast and into the southeast. That's going to bring showers and thunderstorms to Jacksonville, New Orleans, and into Atlanta. On your Saturday, we're going to be looking for some heavy rainfall at times and some a severe threat also with those showers and thunderstorms across the southeast as we head through the weekend. And then on Sunday, those showers and storms shift closer to the Atlantic coast. So showers and storms in Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, Charleston, and Raleigh. In Charlotte, we're going to see those showers and thunderstorms on your Sunday. And then we're going to see, here's your radar, your local radar across the south. So we are looking at some showers here along the Florida, North Florida. We're looking at showers and thunderstorms. Tennessee, Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama, and Louisiana. Again, we got some showers and thunderstorms. More showers and storms building out here to the west across south central Texas. So we're going to see this area build in and fill in again with more showers and thunderstorms. So some more severe weather may be possible across this region today again. But here is your flood outlook today. We have a major flood potential here, risk across this region here. So Montgomery to Mobile, all the way to about New Orleans, we have a major risk for flooding here. So it's going to be likely. Then we're going to see possible flooding across in the yellow here, but then the light green, it's a marginal risk for flooding. So the potential for flooding is we get just enough rainfall to make things a little bit soupy out there. Severe weather as we head into your Saturday and Saturday night across the southeast. So Charlotte down to Jacksonville and Orlando, we're going to see some showers and some severe weather possible as we head into your Saturday and Saturday night across the southeastern U.S. And in Florida, it's just hot. We're looking at very hot weather where we have major heat risk today across South Florida. So Boca Raton, Palm Beach, Miami, down to Key West, Homestead, as well as Naples, Fort Myers, and Cape Coral, Tampa. West Florida, from Tampa down to Naples, from Naples to Key West, Key Largo, Miami, Homestead, Kendall, Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and south of Port St. Louis. You get a little bit of a break further north you go, but it's still moderate heat risk across South and Central Florida. And we're going to see that cold front kind of just waddle through the state and waffle around. So primarily a stationary front. Not going to make much of a difference. Maybe a degree or two on either side of the front. Going to be a little bit warmer to the south of the front, where we're going to see that heat index 100 degrees in West Palm Beach tomorrow. And we're going to see 103 in Miami, 102 in Naples, 101 in Key West. It's amazing that it's that way with all the water around that area. Goddamn. But a little bit lower dew point on the other side of the front, north of the front, but not much, not by much. If I'm being honest, not really that noticeable. 98 in Port Pierce. Orlando is 98, 100 in Tampa. That is the dew point temperature. That's the feels like temperature because of the dew points in the 70s. So we have a actual temperature in the 90s, upper 80s to lower 90s. But with the high dew points, we have a feels like temperature in the low 100s across the Miami area. So it's really stupid. So it's not my favorite thing to deal with. But here's your forecast heat index for Sunday as we head into Florida. Still maybe a degree cooler as far as the temperature for the dew point is concerned. But still ridiculous. 101 in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. 102 down in Key West. 97 in Fort Myers. 94 Fort Prince. 92 in Orlando, 93 in Tampa. So a little bit drier north of the front, but not by much. And so here is that heat risk for today. I think we already talked about that. Are we going backwards? So we have the tropics here in the Pacific. As you can see, the Atlantic is pretty bone dry right now, especially in the Caribbean basin. But off the coast of Mexico and Central America here, we got a lot of cloud cover, a lot of thunderstorms down around the intertropical convergence zone, the ICTZ down across this region. But we got a couple of areas we're watching because there could be some possible development in those areas, and we're going to take a close look at that. We have one area here where we have a possible development area. But it's about a 30% chance of further development over the course of the next 2 days. And then we have this region here, just south of Acapulco, off Mexico. And we have a 0% chance over the next 2 days, 30% within the next 7 days of further development here. Very unorganized, not looking very healthy. So we're going to keep an eye on that as well. And what's going on here? I guess that's the end of the weather forecast today. So thank you for watching the video today, guys. Leave your likes, comments, subscribe. So again, if you're in Florida, do your best to beat the heat. So you might want to go to the beach, and you might want to hit a swimming pool. In Florida, everybody got swimming pool, just like everybody have boats here in Minnesota, or they have cabins. So we got places to go here and a million lakes, so you can beat the heat. And you can beat the heat in Florida. Because Florida has a lot of lakes too, believe it or not. And there's a lot of water all over Florida. So you can beat the heat down there. And they have cooling areas where you can do. I mean, some cities do have cooling parks where you can sit. And they have sprayers that will spray water, mist around. So you can go keep cool. Keep an eye out on elderly people and the disabled. Make sure that they have water and a way to keep cool, fan or AC, all that kind of stuff. So look in on your neighbors if you know you got elderly neighbors that live alone or disabled people that live alone or whatever. And even people who don't necessarily live alone, because they can live with people that are absolutely worthless. So make sure they are alright. Okay, everybody? So thank you for watching today's video. I will see you guys all later. Have a good day and bye-bye.